Good morning. Today we are going to prove the dual space of LP is equal to LQ, small letter LP. That is, LP star is equal to LQ. For 1 less than P less than infinity, we have 1 by P plus 1 by Q is equal to 1, and we have to prove this condition. Let X is equal to AI and B equal to BI be a sequence in LQ. Let X is equal to AI, this is a sequence in LP, and B equal to BI be a sequence in LQ. And we have already defined that, we have discussed in our previous chapter. F of x is equal to sigma I varies from 1 to infinity AI BI, and we have proved this is a linear functional on LP. That is, our F belongs to LP star. Clear? Here x belongs to LP and here B is equal to LQ, and we have identified F with this B. Okay, and using Rees representation theorem we get norm of F LQ is the same as norm of B LQ. Okay, so this F belongs to LP star. Now modulus of F of x is equal to modulus of this one, and which is less than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to infinity modulus of this one, and using Holder's inequality we will get this one. Okay, but as x is equal to sequence AI and this is same as norm of XP. Okay, and B belongs to LQ and the norm of BI LQ is same as this one. Okay, as we can identify F with B in LQ, we get norm of F LQ is equal to norm of B LQ. Okay, actually we have denoted this as norm Q. Okay, therefore equation 1 become mod F of x less than or equal to norm of x P and norm of F LQ. Okay, therefore clearly we have this F is a bounded linear functional. Okay, also supremum of x not equal to 0, if you consider this, we get this is actually we are taking supremum of mod F of x over norm of xp. P norm of x is equal to 1. Here also, yeah, if you apply P norm, this term become 1. Okay, and finally we get norm of F LP star. F belongs to LP star, and here we are taking the dual norm. Therefore norm of F LP star is less than or equal to norm of F LQ. Okay, now F belongs to LP. Now we are considering En clearly belongs to LP, and considering Cn, consider Cn is equal to F of En, and take Yn is equal to sigma k equal to 1 to n e raised to minus I arg ck mod ck whole raised to q minus 1 ek. So we have y1 is equal to this one, y2 is equal to this one. Okay, and yn is equal to this one. Now norm of yn LP is same as sigma k equal to 1 to n. What about norm of x? Suppose x is equal to some AI. What is norm of xp? P norm of x is equal to sigma I varies from 1 to n mod AI whole raised to p whole raised to 1 by p. Similarly, here sigma k varies from 1 to infinity, but all these terms are 0. Therefore, this is equal to sigma k equal to 1 to n modulus of this whole raised to p whole raised to 1 by q. Mod AB is same as mod A into mod B. Therefore, here we apply modulus, and this term become e raised to mod e raised to minus I theta, and this become 1. Modulus of this value become 1, and finally we get this is equal to mod ck whole raised to q minus 1 whole raised to 1 by p. But q minus 1 into p is same as q. 1 by p plus 1 by q is equal to 1 implies q minus 1 into p equal to q, and therefore this is equal to sigma k equal to 1 to n mod ck whole raised to q whole raised to 1 by p. Okay, So we get f of norm of yn LP is equal to this one. Now we have modulus of f of yn is less than or equal to norm of f LP star into norm of yn LP. Okay. And therefore norm of f LP star norm of yn LP is greater than or equal to mod f of yn. Now what is f of yn? F of yn is equal to f of this value, and you apply f is linear, you can take f inside this sum. Therefore, and this is you can write as f of ek. F of ek is ck, and here ck into e raised to minus I arg ck, and ck e raised to minus I arg ck is mod ck, and finally this is equal to mod ck. Okay, whole raised to q. Therefore we get norm of fp LP norm of yn LP is greater than or equal to mod f of yn, and that is greater than or equal to f of yn, and that's equal to this one. Okay, and this is actually whole raised to 1, and that one you can write as 1 by p plus 1 by q. Therefore this is actually greater than or equal to this one, and this is norm yn LP. Okay, and this whole raised to q. Letting n tends to infinity, we get norm of fn, norm of f LP star norm of yn is greater than or equal to norm of yn LP, and this become norm of ci LQ. From these two we get this cancel each other. Norm of f LP star is equal to norm of ci LQ, but we can identify f with a ci. Therefore this is greater than or equal to norm of f LP star is greater than or equal to norm of f LQ. From 1 and 3 we get norm of f LP star is equal to norm of f LQ. Hence LP star is isometrically realized as a space LQ. Okay. Now LP is reflexive. LP star is equal to LQ. LP star is equal to LQ star. That's equal to LP. That is LP star is equal to LP. Okay. Similarly, we can prove that LP star is equal to LQ if for capital LP and LQ. Okay. Now we have another result. L1 star is equal to L infinity. This we will, I think this is one seminar for some, I don't know, just to verify this portion. Okay. I don't know actually. Okay, L1 star is equal to L infinity. So C0 is not, next note is C0 is not a reflexive space. Why? C0 star is equal to L1. C0 star is equal to L1 star, that's equal to L infinity. This is not equal to C0. Therefore C0 double star is not equal to C0, implies C0 is not a reflexive space. Okay. Hope everything is clear for you. Okay. L1 star is equal to L infinity. Write that as an assignment. Okay.